So thank you very much, everybody, for coming on to this Zoom meeting. You all know my name. My name is Priscilla Kuma. I come from Ghana. I grew up in Nigeria. I spent 10 years of my life in Oyo State. Some were called Sangwerua, near Ogbomosho. So I still have some elements of Yoruba in me. I still speak Yoruba, like 90%, whatever. It keeps going down every time. I schooled in Ghana. I went to Kabore School in Ghana, Volta region. I went to Ola Girls College School, Volta region. I further went to University of Ghana, where I did nursing for 4 years, from level 100 to level 400. I was in Volta Hall, the only female hall in the University of Ghana, or dormitory, if you can call it. So I'm a married woman. We live in New York State. I've been a nurse for 12 years. I came to the US before doing my nursing process. I had a lot of challenges trying to get this going. It took me 2 years to get my paperwork together to be able to become an RN in the US. And in that 2 years, I worked at a CNA, Certified Nurse Assistant, which I clarify on the Telegram page every day. This is being recorded, so in case your name shows up, pardon me for breaching your privacy. There's no way I can cut it off sometimes. And this is because others will not be here at this time, so they will have something to also watch later on. So Ernest, you said you did a BSc Emergency Nursing at KNUST in Ghana. So it's a 4-year program. Obviously, it looks like it's a BSc and it's in KUST. The first year, second year, level 100 and 200, did you do general nursing? And what is on your certificate? Dixon, are you familiar with the course, BSc Emergency Nursing, KNUST?
Yeah, so it's more like, yeah, it's more like, you know, Legon, though is BSc Nursing, but level 400, you are given the chance to specialize. So maybe pediatrics or midwifery, though it's a general nursing, but maybe level 400, you'll be given the option to specialize, maybe midwifery and all that. So it's a general nursing course, but with a bit of specialty. And you see, don't be fixated on the course that you did. What matter is on your transcript. Did you do the relevant courses that will help you to get your CES report? Even if you did archaeology and we can find medical, surgical, nursing, obstetrics, pediatrics on your transcript, that is.
Hello. Maya, I see your question, and I think I just explained this for the midwives.
Is it that will you write IELTS or there's no IELTS written for this one? I don't want to know.
Okay, it looks like Veronica, you joined a little bit late. Dixon, over. They are fixated on the IELTS.
Yes. Yeah. So the IELTS, I keep repeating myself that at this level, you don't need to concentrate on you passing the IELTS. Is IELTS difficult than the English? No. IELTS expires within 2 years if you don't use it for the purpose. So with the US process, we use IELTS is an English proficiency test. We want to understand whether you can communicate well with your patient. And even South Africa, if you schooled in South Africa and you are from South Africa, you don't need even IELTS to do a visa screen. So all that we are saying is that IELTS will be needed at a point, but you don't need IELTS to write your NCLEX exams. You know, the reason why most nurses are fixated on they getting their IELTS before they start these processes, you know, these recruitment agencies and all that. They work with global applicants and they need a screening to you know, select the best and all that. And also depending on the board of nursing that they intend recruiting to, they might require you to write the IELTS before you even start the process. But all that we are saying is that the IELTS will be needed after you've passed your NCLEX exam, and that one will be used solely for visa screen certification. If you don't pass your NCLEX, we are not going to use the IELTS for anything. What is ultimate is you passing your NCLEX exams. Whilst waiting for your I-140 and immigration process and all that, we use that period to do your IELTS, and within 3 weeks, you can, and even with the US, the total band, we need 6.5, speaking to be 7.5. From 1st August, the OET or CGFNS will start accepting OET, and that one is tailored towards, you know, nurses and healthcare workers. So you now have an option and all that. So at this level, don't be so much worried about the IELTS and all that. What should be of interest to you is you passing your NCLEX exams. Over.
Okay, thank you. And as he said, NCLEX doesn't have expiry. Your license you'll be renewing every year or 2 years, depending on the state you are. But with the IELTS, when it's expired, you have to retake it, you have to pay, you have to study and all. And Wonluwa, your question says that what advice do you have for a sister who is taking NCLEX in 2 weeks and is enrolled with an agency and just found out about us, UPC? I just say that I wish you all the best. Continue with the agency. You're very close to writing an NCLEX. There's no need to terminate. It has already happened. Just go and spread the word. If somebody is behind you and wants to do it, tell them they can do self-sponsorship. They can come to us, or they can do it on their own if they figure it out. So all the best in your NCLEX. It's already too late. Please, can you make a video of how to write a US CV? Yes, the most demanded question, how to write a US CV and how the interview went for the person who got a nursing assistant job. I'll answer those very soon. I'll do a video for that. Please, what advice do you have for a sister? I think I already took that question. Please, I have started a process with CGFNS specifically. Certification program. Thank you for asking this question, because that CP, I don't want to discourage you, but it's a waste of time and money. I have already started.
Waste of. I don't know why. You see,
let me finish the question.
When you try and do things.
Let me finish the question. I'm sorry, we didn't mean to laugh, but we've had a lot of CP. They put that the CGFNS is very cunning. We advise people to run from CGFNS. They'll waste your time and waste your money. They put that CP, then it's very expensive too. People have paid and it's useless to you, especially you, an African. Don't go and do certification program on their website. Forget it. Okay, so you started the certification program CP. The process asks for IELTS academic, but I wish to know, can I use IELTS academic UKVI if I had already obtained it from another travel route? This is the IELTS used for UK. Rita, can you please mute for us? If I had already obtained IELTS for UK immigration process, asking, can you use it for the CP program that requires you to do IELTS? For this, I'll have to go in for another IELTS. So you can also see you are very stuck right now. Your case is a little bit complicated. Why are you doing the CP program? Dixon, you can say something about it, please.
CGFNS runs a lot of packages, okay? So they do what we call credential evaluation report, professional credential evaluation report, academic, and they also, so the CP program that you are talking about.
Rita, please mute.
So the CP program that you are talking about, so it encompasses they doing your credential evaluation report, and you sitting for what we call CGFNS predictor exams. So they are an organization and they have, you know, products that they sell. So I think about almost like 10 years ago, some of the State Board of Nursing will require that you do the CGFNS NCLEX predictor exams before you can even register with them. And it's no longer, they are no longer, you know, accepting those things. So it's completely a waste of time and waste of money.
Yes, you have. You can use, you can use the IELTS you have, the academic. That is what they need. They normally prefer the academic, but submit what you have on hand and see if they're going to accept it. And selecting the package is very critical. There are so many things on the website, and you have to know what you're looking for. There's CVS, Credential Verification Service, and there's CES. You can do CVS for New York, you can do CES. If you do CVS, you are doomed. It's a waste of your money as well. So you need to know what your state is requiring before you go and select a package. So let's see if I can answer this person. I was misguided by agents in the beginning, and yes, I had already paid for it. So your advice would be for me to start all over. Which agency is taking money up front? If you are on here and you see an agency and they are saying pay this amount, we'll bring it to America, run from them. You should not be paying money.
It's a scam.
It's a scam. You've paid for it already. You've lost your money. You are not hearing from them, or are you still with them? If you are with them, all the best. But if you are on here and you have not started, somebody reached out to me as an agency asking you to pay $12,000. I asked you if you had $12,000. Give me that money for me to use for something else. If you have $12,000, you might as well sit in your own house and fill the forms yourself. You do not need to give anybody $12,000 from Ghana. Convert it into CD. That's a lot of money in Ghana currency. Don't pay anybody for any of these things up front. Please, do you assist Nigerians for the US process from start to finish, including CGFNS process? So, yes and no. When we started this company, we wanted to be very solid. The foundation to be very, very, very grounded in Ghana, where we come from. Make sure everything is nice and rolling before we venture into other African countries, owing to the fact that we might not necessarily understand your educational system and the terrain of how things are done in your country. The courses we do, we have something called HAC in Ghana, HAC, Health Assistant Clinicals. You don't have that in Nigeria. You might have courses that you have in Nigeria that we don't have in Ghana. Even the BNSC, Bachelor of Nursing and Science, whatever, the titles are different. So our goal is to find key people who are in those countries, Kenya, Tanzania, Nigeria, who live there, who come from there, who school there, who know the educational terrain, then we can venture. But regardless, we offer coaching. If you want CGFNS account created, we can do that for you because it doesn't matter whether you schooled in Philippines or Jamaica, we can still help you out. If you want to select a package, we can still select a package for you because we know what you are on. You want evaluation service, so we know that we need CES for you. Things like that we can. If you want NCLEX class, you are in Mozambique, you are in Nepal, you are in India, you want NCLEX class, we'll link you up to the NCLEX class. You pay, you attend. You use your time difference to coordinate it. Yes. So there are key factors, key things we offer to foreigners who did not school in Ghana, and we can help you through the process. We just don't want to get stuck at a place where we have to be waiting for the documents from your school. You send us a type of document that we are not familiar with, then we'll delay your process. But the goal is to reach the whole of Africa, and the response has been very good. So we can guide you to the process, but we don't understand the educational system at your end, but we help everybody. Dixon, if you have anything to do, you can kindly add that. I like that we have 40 questions and I still haven't read enough. Wow, let's go.
Yeah, so for now, our interest and focus is Ghana because the team understand the Ghana nursing educational structure and the licensing regime in Ghana and all that. So we hope to, replicate some of these services in other parts of Africa and all that. But yes.
Thank you very much, Abunlua. Thank you very much, kind words, David. Do we use UK? Can you use IELTS, UKVI for US? There's a video I did moving from UK to US. If you haven't watched that video, the lady in the video said they accepted her IELTS, UKVI, academic standard, whatever, yes. So you can use it. They accepted it for somebody I know personally. She's a friend, so yes. And God bless the good work. Okay. Please, do you have office in Ghana? We are a virtual office. Everything we do is online. This is the closest you can get to us. Seeing us on a live Zoom is the closest you can get. We do not have a physical office, but if you insist on seeing a physical being, You can see Mr. Francis Obri Adams, so you can see Mr. Dixon Osei. You can meet them. If you want them to come to you, you can sponsor their flights or transportation wherever you are. They'll come to you physically, you see them. If you want to see me, you can come to New York, upstate New York, and you find me. So that is our physical office. And I'm on YouTube 24/7, so you can find me over there. We don't have offices because there was a big company in Ghana, for those who don't know this story. It was called Men's Gold. They were selling some kind of Bitcoin stuff, fake things, and they scammed a lot of people. People passed and died because of they lost so much money. Men's Gold has a very, very, very huge office, over 4 acres of office there. And with the big, magnificent building, they still managed to scam a million number of people, and they went away with their money. So a physical office doesn't mean anything. That's just the bottom line of my story. If somebody want to scam you, they can have a big office and they'll still scam you. But as I always say, your $300 that you paid to me is not worth me losing my nursing license in America. Because when I go to work a day, I make more than $300 a day. So I will not risk that $300 you have paid to me and lose my nursing license. That would give me $300 in multiple folds, if that makes sense. Yes, so we don't have a physical office, but we are real, we exist. And this I'm doing is freely. I have a YouTube video booked right now to shoot a video, but I've told the person to hold on, so I'm real. Let's see. You guys are doing a good job. Thank you so much for your time. Knowledge is power indeed. Yes, it is. I was misguided by agents in the beginning, and yes, I had already paid for it. So your advice would be for me to start all over. I think I took that question. Any more questions? I thought please, after passing the NCLEX RN are being linked to a recruiter, is there a chance your employer can sponsor you for a permanent residency? Oh, there's a question here. Yeah. So when you come in, when you are linked to the recruiter, they bring you and your spouse and kids alongside, you pay for their own medical, their own flights and all. Yes, you get a green card that would cover your family as well. Yes, the green card is the same as the permanent residency. Then basically 5 years after, you can become an American if you so wish. Yes. Please, if you have relatives in the US who can apply for visa to write your NCLEX, you can write NCLEX in the US. But will you get a visa to come to the American land to take the NCLEX? Anyway, somebody did a risk, apply for a friend and all that. The friend came and did not go to the NCLEX center to write the NCLEX. He thought he could pull a fast one and do some jobs and save some money before going to write it. On his way back from work 3 weeks ago, he was grabbed out of his car and deported back to Ghana. This is a live story. The person who told me the story is watching live, so he knows. So we don't advise you coming to the US to write it. Anything can happen and you not end up at the center, and you put your family member who used his face and his documents to file for you to come and write here in trouble. If they could have filed for you to come and write here, they should have done it for you years ago. So go to South Africa or London and get it written. Philippines, Mexico, Puerto Rico, where else? India. There's more question. Dixon, can you see any questions at your end? Dixon, please. Yes, now
Hello.
you're back. Yes, go ahead, please.
So sorry. Please, my question was, I did the diploma first, and then I had my PIN. Yes, I was the one who asked the question, and then later went to Legon to go and do my BSc. So the forms, where do I send it to?
The person who has
That's
the
the first question.
Yes. How many questions do you have?
And then the second one is, so since I did BSc, am I going to start from RN1, or as you explained earlier? You said you have associate RN1 and RN2 and the rest.
So you have a BSc. Okay. So you have a BSc in midwifery?
No, general nursing.
Yeah, so we'll definitely
I did it in Legon.
Okay, yes. So we'll definitely use your general nursing BS the certificate. That's what we use for you. And because you are somebody who doesn't have a work experience in America, you have not worked here. That is why most likely they'll start you from RN1. But some hospitals might start you at RN2 because you've been working for 15 years, 10 years, 8 years or something, depending. And also mind you that they will train you on the job. There's something called preceptorship and there's something called residency program. Preceptor is somebody, when they hire you, they attach you to somebody. It could be 1, 2, or 3. You follow the person. So they've attached you to me. I'm your trainer. I'm your preceptor. Trainer, preceptor, the same word. I train you for averagely, most places do 12 weeks. Because of COVID, people were now like, they needed nurses. There was no waste of time, 12 weeks. So they cut it short to 8 weeks. But you'll be attached to me for 12 weeks. And if I'm somebody who don't do nights or afternoon or whatever, they might attach you to somebody who does permanent nights too. So you might have 2 or 3 preceptors with different shifts. They will want you to test out all the shifts and know which one works for you and your family needs. So if I'm a day nurse, I train you on the day, then they first start you from day. Day is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 12 hours. Then later on, you do 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. I did those, they are terrible. It takes up your whole day from 11 a.m. all the way to 11 p.m. You're in the hospital. Then they try you on 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. shifts. Then you go to night, 7 p.m. to the next day, 7 a.m., 7:30 when you get out. So the person will train you as a preceptor. There's a logbook. There are a lot of activities in there. Oh, she was able to check vital signs independent. She observed it, check. She first, oh, that's my point. So there's a check, there's a logbook. The first column says she read about it. She read about how to check vital signs in a book, theory. Second column, she observed it. She saw how it was being done. You saw me doing vital signs. Third column, you performed the vital sign checking by yourself. There is a fourth one called proficiency. Then I would sign and say, because you checked it well, you did everything, you are proficient enough. So we do that for you for 12 weeks, then you are okay. You go to all the shifts and do attach to people, then you get off orientation, then you are on your own. So most of them will start URN 1 as a new grad because it's a different environment, different highly technological environment. So yeah, but likely you're either going to be RN1 or RN2. You can never be RN3 for sure because you need a project to be called RN3. There's a question that dropped in. Let me see if I can get it. Please, can I sign up with UPC after graduating from university when rotation has not begun? Yes, this is a question. To be frank with you, if you finish any nursing school, just like a doctor, if you finish a medical school today, you can actually take the medical license or the nursing license exam in America. Nursing school graduates, not a licential graduate. You finish nursing school today, they say stop work, you are done with NTC, last day, last paper, last exams. You can write licential, but that's a very dicey situation. The jobs are looking for 2 years work experience. You have never worked a day, you have not even done your rotation, you don't have a license. Some of the most of the forms, the stages are, you have to enter your PIN number and all that. You complicate your life. But somebody who schooled in UK, right from nursing school, completed last day, came to America, was able to register here and took the licential and working here. I found out recently to one of my interviews that after you are done, there's nothing like licential in UK. You are a nurse and you are going. I haven't verified that, but a person is in nursing school and said the same thing. So we at UPC want you to have a PIN number. We want you to be a licensed nurse with 2 years work experience. But if you have not done a rotation, you don't have a PIN, you can start a process on your own somewhere and see how far it takes you. But the job that will hire you will not be happy that you don't have a PIN. That brings me to America here. There are a lot of the girls I work with, nursing students that I work with, they work as a CNA, nursing assistant, but they are full-time nursing students. They come for summer vacation and work on the floor. These students who are in the final year of nursing school have jobs and have a start date. Some have start dates of August, start date of September, with the reason being that they register for NCLEX and they are taking the NCLEX, let's say 31st July or whatever. So as soon as they take it, they are very sure they're going to pass. So the job is waiting for them to take NCLEX July 31st and start a job August, whatever. So here, America offers you the job before you finish nursing school. That blew my mind. Yes, so it's possible. The same as UK. The job is waiting for you before you even finish nursing school. You have a date and you start. So I hope one day we get there in Africa. People have finished school 10 years and they are still home looking for a job or working in a private hospital earning 600 cedis. It's rather sad. I don't know if my question has been answered, but please, I want to know why community nurses are not part. Okay, Two questions, two answers. It's not part because community nurses are not part because fine, we chose not to venture into that area. There might be a route for community health nurses. There might be a route for public health nurses. We haven't discovered that yet, so we are not going to say we are taking you on, then we get stuck. We want to start in bits. We are starting with these three categories of nurses. If something opens later on in the future, we think there's an avenue for a public health nurse, fine. But mind you, all these jobs that are hiring people, all these recruitments and whatever, they want you, they want somebody with bedside experience. Community health nurse. Are you a bedside nurse? Do you go to work, take reports, hand over, administer medication, change, do doctor's rounds? If you are a community health nurse and you think that you have a bedside experience, public health nurse, you work in the community, you work in a HIV clinic and a family planning clinic and Planned Parenthood and lactation centers and all that. If you think that a job says we are hiring for a medical surgical floor, 2 years nursing experience, and you're a community health nurse and you work on a medical surgical floor and you have 2 years working experience, you can explore that route, but we do not want to hang ourselves. So we at UPC are not handling you. It's not because of discrimination or anything, but we don't want to get stuck. So I'm still looking for it. As soon as somebody comes to me, you know, I like evidence, and comes and says, I'm a community health nurse in America, I've been able to work in this state, and provides me all the documents, I'll grab her at 2 a.m., interview her, and get you guys signed on. That is what I do. Does the bed capacity of the hospital you work in count? If you are doing self-sponsorship, nobody cares about your bed capacity. If you are going to sign up with Evans or Grady Parity, they have a bed capacity. Most of our students that have enrolled with us, and most of you here have applied to agencies and they have refused you. That's why you are here today. They have bed capacities. Grady Python, I made a video of the hospitals they are hiring from in Ghana. And there are a handful, about 7 or 10 hospitals. They did not even go into any of the big hospitals in eastern region of Ghana. They did not mention the Tekwashi, St. Joseph, nothing like that. So if you are going with an agency, Marian, so one of the reasons I want to leave our country, poor network. Yeah. Please mute yourself. Let me see who that is. There's something blocking my view. Dixon, please mute yourself. Thank you. Yes, so if you are doing self-sponsorship, if you pass through the F or fly or whatever, what matters is, sir, I have a nursing license. This is it with my name on it. Nobody cares whether you are working in a clinic with one person or with a clinic with no bed, nobody cares. But if you are going to a recruitment agency, Adevia, Medipro, Advance, Interstaff, they have a bed capacity, whatever. So another advantage of self-sponsorship is that nobody's going to ask you. All that matters is, where is your result? When did you pass it? Is it legit? The job is waiting for you. Then you do. Then you go. Please do you have, I'm scrolling. Does a midwife who has become a USRN want to do her master's probably in midwifery in US later, need to get an academic evaluation of her transcript from her home country? Please throw more lights on this. Yes, good question. So, it's just normal for every country. If you move from UK, you want to go and work in Ghana, you need a Ghana license to practice. That is normal. So if you want to study here, if you come into America and you're working, you want to go to school, you have to now evaluate your credentials academically. We have academic evaluation, we have professional evaluation. If you want to work as a nurse, you do professional evaluation. If you want to go and do your degree, your master's, you do academic evaluation. So yes. One of the biggest company that does that is WES. WES does a lot of academic evaluation. They are the big name when it comes to academic evaluation. CGFNS is a big name when it comes to professional evaluation. So WES, yes, if you come here and want to go to school, you have to now go and evaluate your academics. And I have to evaluate my document with WES. I applied and all. It's about $220. It doesn't come cheap either, yes. So if you want to go to school, you evaluate your documents academically. They cannot use the CGFNS you've done that you are using to work. If they could have done that, I would have used it. They can use my professional academic professional evaluation for me to use it to go to school. So the school, a very nice university, has my transcript on their table. They called me and said they cannot use my transcript because I have to send it to WES, WES, to evaluate it academically. And I said, okay, I'm coming to your office to pick it up and mail it to WES. Guess what? They said, no, I cannot see it, I cannot touch it. And so far as it was not addressed directly from my school, University of Ghana, to WES in America, it cannot be used. It's useless. So your school has to send it directly to them, just like how if you were doing it for work. So that's basically how it works. Let me open up my screen again bigger and see if I missed anybody else's questions. One more time. You are confused. It's a lot of information, trust me. Myself, I'm confused when I'm saying them. It's a lot of information, but we agree that everybody on here, Anushka, your hands, okay, it's not your hand, sorry. We agree that all of you here want to work in America. We agree that all of you here schooled outside the US, obviously. What are the steps to work in America? Let me break it down. Number one, credential evaluation. Credential evaluation. Number two, registering with the Board of Nursing in any of the 50 states. Sometimes you can choose more than one state to receive your report. There's extra fee you can pay to the evaluation company to send your report to wherever you want them to send it to. Florida, Texas, Ohio, New York. So credential evaluation, number one. Number two, Board of Nursing registration. At that time, we believe you are preparing for your NCLEX. The third step is getting your ATT, authorization to test. Then you go and take the NCLEX, the USA Nurses Licential. Then when you pass, number four, we link you to a recruiter, or if you're doing it all by yourself, you find a recruiter. Or if you're with any agency, the agency will get you over to the US, including your family, your husband or your wife or children below 21 years. They bring all of you to the US. You pay for your family. They only pay, some only pay for you, the nurse, your flights and all that. Anything, if you have 10 children, it's gonna be on you. You can bring domestic staff if you want to, but you need papers to show you are not human trafficking anybody's child. It's advisable you come first and bring your wife or husband or children later. You need to get here, find a house, a convenience neighborhood, find a car, and do whatever. In the US, you put your grown child, you put them in a car seat. You can't just leave the child, so you need a van. If you have 4 children, you need a van that can take 4 car seats, huge car seats at the back and all. You can't hold a child in front seat, it's not safe. The police will stop you, get a ticket. So you come, you start orientation. Normally they'll do a classroom orientation, then they do on the job orientation, then preceptor for like 3 months. Then you fly solo. You are on your own, making your own decisions. Then if you are direct hire, if you don't like the facility, with time you can get up and go anywhere you want. But if you are not, if you are bonded to an agency, you stay there for 3 years, they take a portion of your pay. I think Evans has 6,000 hours you have to work. That 6,000 hours will equal how much the money they've invested in you. They'll take it after you've worked for 6,000 hours. So if you're working 36 hours a week, find out how many 6,000 hours is. That should be about 3 to 4 years. Yes. And you can pay them cash. My mate, my colleague, we were in the same school. He was with one of the agencies. He worked for 2 years, gathered money, took a chunk of money and paid them the rest of the 1 year that he owed them. And he's freed himself to travel and do travel nursing where the money is. So you can also break the contract if you have 20,000, 40,000 to pay them back. But what he's making in travel nursing, he can make that $20,000 after working for 3 months. So it's worth it, an investment. It's an investment that is worth it. Yes. So I wish you all the best in your journey. You can always drop questions anywhere. I come and answer questions, even though it takes like 2-3 days. But just know that I'm very overwhelmed with questions from Telegram, WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm just one person. I have 4 full-time jobs. I have a nursing full-time job, which I still do. I have a full-time YouTube career. I have a full-time consult UPC that I run. I'm a full-time wife. I have a husband who is downstairs letting me do all this while he's been supporting this journey. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. If anybody has anything to say, Dixon, last words, and we end this session, please.
Yeah, so my final words are, I will encourage everyone to take advantage of this opportunity. We are in an information age now. Use the information that we've given you to better your life, and it will never be the same. Thank you very much. Over, please.
Over. Thank you very much, guys. This version will be on YouTube for all the 1,200 people who missed this session. You are watching this now, or will be watching this now on YouTube. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired, stressed, lack of sleep, but I hope the content was good. I hope you got something out of it. And you can always reach out to me, but just give me some time. I'll get back and answer all your questions. And watch out for more content from me. Thank you all my new subscribers from all over. Most of you saw me on Anel Resellers channel in UK. We are both Ghanaians trying to get this information closer to you because we didn't have it easy at times. So I love what I do and I'm glad that I'm helping others, and hopefully I don't quit sometime to come. Thank you. It's been nice. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.